Live now to Washington, where I'm joined by Hussein Ibish, Senior Fellow at the American Task Force on Palestine. If I could begin by asking you, the Palestinian Prime Minister says the Israeli offensive is designed to bring down the Hamas government. Do you agree with that?
I think maybe yes. I mean, it's certainly targeted at Hamas in a way, but I think there's a broader agenda here, which is that Israel's reaction to the election of Hamas generally, and to everything it hasn't liked in the past, has been to target the Palestinian population generally. We've seen this before. We've seen states of siege before. We've seen Israeli policies designed to cut off food, power, electricity, water, etc. And this is more of the same. I think, though, you have to step back a little bit and ask yourself what the people who launched the raid and are keeping the soldier wanted to achieve. Could they have expected a different response from Israel when this is the Israeli pattern over many decades?
I mean, do you accept that the militants responsible were being deliberately provocative? Because surely they would have predicted Israel would have responded like this.
I think it's obvious that the timing of the raid on the Israeli army camp and the holding now of this Israeli prisoner was in part a retaliation for past Israeli atrocities, including a horrible massacre on the beach, but also was timed to disrupt negotiations between Ismail Haniyeh, the Hamas prime minister, and Mahmoud Abbas, the Palestinian president, who were trying to do a deal on bringing Hamas closer to accepting the basic conditions of the international community, of the Arab states, and of the majority of Palestinians to negotiate with Israel for the creation of a Palestinian state.
Now,
I think there is a split in the Hamas movement.
What extent do you think Hamas is now actually split in deciding how to move forward?
Well, that's exactly what I was coming to. I think it's absolutely the right question. I think there's a clear split along at least two different lines. I mean, I think that there's a group which looks to me to be more nationalistic and that is interested, therefore, in making a deal first with Fatah and with the other Arabs and what have you, and ultimately probably amenable to doing a deal with Israel. And I think there's another group, many of whose leaders are based outside of Palestine, who seem to be more interested in Palestine as a symbol, as a cause, as an issue, and who take a very hard line that precludes, in effect, negotiations and precludes, working towards an independent state. So I think the split, these two tendencies were sort of juggled by Hamas fairly well when they were out of power, but now that they've been elected and now that they run part of the government, I think it's become clearer and clearer.
Hussein Ibish in Washington, thank you very much indeed.